And listen, I told y'all I was coming on. I guess y'all I don't broke a sweat. I walk in, child, it's 93 degrees in my house. The AC went into sleep mode and it's trying to cool off now. But nevertheless, I'm not gonna let my sparklers down. Green Eye Sparkle, baby, the show. We are in the building. And boy, I tell you what, I am smiling from ear to ear. I'm just elated about this weekend. I think everybody who watched and everybody that just have been watching all the wonderful events happening and transpiring with the beautiful state of New York. It's just a wonderful feeling. Now I'm over here in the Sunshine State, but I still got to show mad love and respect because it was so deserving. It's been a long time coming, 53 years, y'all. So we got a lot to talk about. We gonna get into it. Because one of the things that I want to just refresh everybody's memory about is if y'all go back and watch episode 71 last week, y'all remember what Green Eye Sparkle said. Let me get real close. If you guys watch episode 71 from last week, you guys will catch what Green Eye said last week on her show. Now, we're gonna get started. I'm not gonna tell everything because we're only 1 minute in, and I know that y'all get notified that I am live. So we're gonna wait till everybody get in the building and we're gonna chit chat about the New York Knicks, y'all. But we gonna first of all celebrate that Green Eye Sparkle Baby. The show is in the 72nd episode. Hey. And it wouldn't be possible if it had not been for all of my friends on my wonderful channel. My channel is simply Carissa, but my show every Thursday is Green Eye Sparkle Baby, the show. This is the 72nd episode. And I am just so excited. It's been 72 weeks that I have been going live every week, and I am so happy. Believe in yourself. When you are determined and you stay focused. See, a lot of times, people like microwave society thinks, microwave, everything is microwave. Everybody want everything quick, fast, right now, in a hurry. And instead of building, they just want it right now, right now, right now. But let me tell you guys something. It has been 72 weeks that I have continued to be on my grind. I have a dream. And with my dream, I said, I've got to continue to grow and move in this dream. I've got to dare to step out and just be myself and be different. And then I said I will persevere on my show. And so my show comes with different twists. I guess I'm a different kind of show because I talk about my sports heavily, and they be like, well, why are you talking about sport? I love it. I think it's very engaging. And, it's just something that everybody can participate in. I especially love when my chat starts in. My chat, y'all, I have to give y'all much love. Boy, I tell y'all what, when we go live, the chat be chatting. So I'm waiting for my chat to come on in here and say, hey, Green Eye. I am growing my channel as this is hitting the 72nd episode. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that like button, y'all. I am growing and I can't be any happier that when you guys come in and you all enjoy my live, it tells me that I got to keep on grinding. We have friends coming in. Hey, is that Salote? Hey, welcome in. Hey, welcome in. Thank y'all for tuning in. Now, listen. Shout out to my mom. Mom knows best. My mom, I was with her today, and that's where I'm traveling back from. My mom had a hair appointment, y'all. She was trying to get her hair done. I'm gonna post my shorts a little later. Child, my mama got her hair cute and a little short hairstyle. Y'all can't tell my mama nothing. And by the way, my mom, aka I call her Mom Knows Best sometimes when I'm tagging or hashtagging when I do my shorts. But my mom actually has a YouTube channel, y'all. She is called BJ the Researcher. Y'all look it up. And she's got different historical stories that she talks about. She talks about things from like, voting to things like food. If y'all foodies, child, she gonna give y'all the history about collard greens, macaroni and cheese, candy yams versus a sweet potato. Cause y'all know I didn't even know it was the difference. So y'all, my mom has her channel as well. So don't y'all forget to go over there and check her out and subscribe to her channel as well as you subscribe to mine. So let's get into it, friends. My inspiration channel, I didn't even get over to. Y'all know every week I like to look at what Masterpiece says when he gives his motivation every day. And I didn't have a chance to look at what's his motivation speech today, y'all. So I'm just gonna go back to what he said last week. Master P on his page, y'all. He said the power of words is real. What you speak is what grows. And I have a feeling like the New York Knicks spoke this amazing win all over the city of in the state of New York. Child, you know what? New York has been just emerging together with greatness. Hey, friends, welcome in. Thank y'all for tuning in. Um, and it's great to see a whole city come together. They have been celebrating like you would not believe. Now, what I saw today, honey, it was just posted a couple of hours ago. Child, the parades were parading. What I like is it doesn't matter what you look like, race, creed, nothing. Everybody's coming together to celebrate one goal. And that's how I feel, in my humble opinion, because these are my opinions, y'all. I feel like this is what should be happening in the world every day. If we can come together to celebrate a national basketball championship, we should be able to come together with these little small, minute things that are happening. Why can't we come and stick together as a whole United States of America? Sometimes we have to peel back the onion and realize, when things are trying to come against people coming together, you look at the bigger picture. Why? So I'm trying to tell y'all, I am so elated to see how the wonderful New York. My voice a little hoarse, child. They all was singing it out there. I got chills, child. They were out there in the street singing it. It was so refreshing to see unity. Unity. Oh my gosh. I see friends in the chat. Hey, Emma. Welcome back in, Emma. I see you. I see that heart. Thank you so much, Emma. Now, listen, y'all. As y'all come in now, friends, don't forget to hit that like button. YouTube watches those likes as well. So y'all coming in and y'all tuning in, make sure y'all hit that like button. Now, last week now, I'm going to tell you something. I'm smiling from ear to ear about something else because I watched this championship game over the weekend. But what did I say on Thursday? And I said, these are my Thursday thoughts. And I was wrapping up my show last week. I said, let me tell you, I said, I'm watching the grit that New York Knicks is showing. And I talked about how New York, they just seem so focused. And I said, now, yeah, they won in their own in Madison Square. They won in their own state. I said, now what's gonna happen when they travel over there for the next game 5 in San Antonio? I said, I'm gonna tell y'all what's gonna happen. I said, because they are showing that goat-like mentality, they are showing resilience. I said, this team is very intentional and they are showing tenacity. I said, I got a feeling New York Knicks gonna take this whole thing, y'all. I said, these are my thoughts. I said, but I like doing predictions. I told y'all, I said, during the football season, I like to put my predictions out. What team is gonna win? And I said, this basketball. I said, but I'm gonna put my prediction out there in the universe. And I told y'all New York Knicks are gonna win. And guess what happened? The New York won. Now somebody shouting out talking about World Cup team. My World Cup team is Team USA, baby. Now we know, of course, Brazil is always coming in with the winner chicken dinner. They have a record of being the World Cup champions, but I'm gonna put something on it, and I'm gonna say the USA, we're gonna do our thing on the World Cup as well. And shout out to the host right now, Atlanta. Everybody in Atlanta right now with the World Cup. I can only imagine what those streets are looking like right now. Because, y'all, let me tell you something. Whether it's a big sporting event or not, those interstates in Atlanta, baby, they a hot mess. You got so many different interstates. It's almost like a little spaghetti. Am I eating spaghetti while I'm driving? Child, you got I-85, then you got I-85 West, I-85 North, then you got 285. Then you got the 285 East, you got the 285 West. Then they're talking about an I-20 something. Child, let me tell you something. I feel like I'm going in circles. Dun, 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 dun. Because Atlanta, I just can't figure out why they got so many interstate systems, y'all. And then people act like they own the whole interstate. They don't give you a chance to move and to change lanes. You trying to maintain a lane. And then when you try to properly change lanes, they come flying by so fast because they don't want you to cut in front of them. Ooh, I hope all is well in Atlanta because that traffic in Atlanta on a good day when there's no sporting event, that traffic is off the chain, y'all. So I hope they're having a good time at the World Cup. Who asked me that? Eminem. Eminem did. Eminem, yes. Uh-huh. But yeah, friends. So who you got for the World Cup? Put it in the chat. Eminem, since you asking questions, I want to know who you got for the World Cup. Now listen, friends. I digress because they went over there to the World Cup. Let me get on back over here what I was talking about my predictions. Um, remember when I told you guys, at that time when they were in game 3, what I was talking about, I was reporting on game 3, and I was like, OG was doing great. And I was talking about that young man named Jalen Brunson. Well, Jalen Brunson got the MVP. Jalen Brunson, that extra little tip into that basket sealed the deal. Yes, it did, y'all. It was just that game this weekend was delicious to watch. I sat there, child. I ain't gonna lie now. Y'all know it's a late game. Charlie Green Eyes had to doze off a little bit. Now I woke back up to catch the rest of that game. I caught it when he was screaming and yelling. They said, "Oh my gosh, the tip went in! It's good." Everybody went crazy. Everybody was screaming, yelling the whole 9 yards. Then they put the satellite. They filmed the live footage in New York. Everybody was excited. People on top of the buildings, people on the ledges of the buildings, people filming. Everybody filming. Everybody jumping up and down. Child, I did a little clip. I even had to post me a little clip with that. What they call that? The spin that, in it, in it, in. I don't know the words to it yet, but y'all know that song, and it goes spin that. Yeah, I had to put me a cute little video together with that spin that. They say boosting on it. You had to be bouncing around, boosting on make some cash. In and then they say spin that child. I don't know what I was doing, friends. All I know is I had a good time. I watched and I had you going for Argentina? All right, Eminem, well, let's go with Argentina. Okay, I see you. All right. Well, I'm Team USA all the way. That's who I'm going for. Now we got friends in the chat. They say they're going to Argentina. Y'all put in the chat who y'all going for the World Cup. Because I know we got a lot of World Cup friends out here in the live. Y'all just let me know who y'all going for. I'll shout out your team. You just type it in the chat, and I'm a give it a shout out. Now let's get on back over here talking about Jalen Brunson. Now Jalen Brunson was the MVP. You know what? The New York Knicks was even doing a dance off of Spin That. So I'm not the only one. Some people tried to leave out my chat when I started singing that song, Spin That. But by the way, if you go back and watch some of the social media clips that have been uploaded, they were in that locker room. Why they over there talking about spin that, child? I'm gonna get that dance, y'all. I'm gonna do a dance break. Y'all want to see Green Eyes with a dance break with that spin that? I'm gonna try my best to do it, y'all. Boo thing, yeah, I'm gonna get it though, y'all. Y'all just hold the line. I'm gonna get that. Now, let's talk about this 53 years in the making. 53 years in the making for the New York Knicks to win a championship, y'all. They won this NBA final hands down. Now, like I said, the celebrations out in the streets today were absolutely amazing. They showed the parades, they showed the bands, they showed everybody out in their orange and blue. It was a beautiful thing to see. I saw the deliciousness happening out there in the streets of New York, and I said, this is what it should look like, sound like, feel like every day. Let's come together and stop all the rah-rah and let's have us a good time. So once again, I want to say shout out to the New York Knicks, y'all. They did that. Now, let me talk about that young man. I told y'all last week. What's his name? Y'all know who I'm talking about with the Spurs. Victor. They call him Wemby, but his name is actually really, really long. He's got a poor attitude. I get they lost. Why he on that press conference talking about I'll see you never and walk off? But I told y'all last week. See, Green Eyes watch. I pay attention to mannerisms. I pay attention to the body language. I said he was a poor sport in game 3. Then he talked about, he said it was the team. It was the issue with the team. Everybody was out for themselves. He felt like they didn't play like a team. This time he got on there, but he was telling the truth about this one. They had a lot of turnovers. Now, why did they have a lot of turnovers? I don't know. Y'all put it in the chat. Why y'all think the Spurs had so many turnovers? I feel like, and I said it last week, I think the Spurs would have had a better chance if they would have come together cohesive and be like glue. Like super glue, like stick together. I didn't feel like they were sticking together. I felt like every man was out for themselves. They did not play, in my humble opinion, as a team. Now, my understanding is a young team. If y'all say it's not a young team, y'all put it in the chat. I was told that the San Antonio Spurs is more of a younger team and that they got some work to do. Now, I mean, how young are they? I mean, what they trying to say? Are they trying to say that the New York Knicks is like the Geritol crew or something? I mean, they both look like they were about the same. Or are they saying that all the players are new on the Spurs? I was trying to figure out what they were talking about. Y'all get in the chat and tell me, because honestly, I feel like the Spurs, they were not playing as a team. Everybody was out for themselves. What okay, I got a friend that says the US women's is the best in the world. Shout out to girl power. Bam. I saw that. That's right, women power. Okay, all day, period. Now, back to my Spurs and my New York Knicks. Now, what I would say is, in my humble opinion, and these are my Thursday thoughts, just like I told y'all last week. I think Victor Wimby, but he got a real long name, y'all. Wimby Ioma. I don't remember the whole name, and I'm not trying to butcher nobody's name, so I'm just saying Wimby for short, because that's what I saw. If somebody could mentor him and give him some coaching off season, how to, you got to understand. I get we don't like losing. Nobody want to take that L. We all want to get that W. He wanted to eat that W, right? Like the New York Knicks. But it's the professionalism and the stance that you have in front of that podium when you're doing a post conference. No matter how upset you are, hold that composure, say what you need to say in a professional manner, and then keep it moving, keep it stepping. Why you talking about they ain't gonna see you never? That's a sore loser. That's poor sportsmanship. A lot of kids, a lot of young kids, from the tiny tots all the way up to the big tots, all the way up to the college level. They watching. And I don't think it's a good look, in my humble opinion. Can I say something? I don't think it's a good look when we have professional men at a press conference having a temper tantrum because they didn't win a game. It's all about the composure. You talk about just some key pointers, just knock out 3 key pointers about what you want to say, and get off the microphone if you don't have anything else that you can say without losing your composure. I get it. I get it. But at the end of the day, it's a professionalism. So y'all heard it here. Now I know there's a gentleman. Shout out to Shannon Sharp and Ocho and ISO. That nightcap. That young man. What did they call him? ISO. He's a basketball player. I think he played for the Atlanta Hawks. Maybe he could call up Victor and say that he'll mentor him and give him some guidance, because that Victor can be he real tall. I said, well, my goodness, he almost as tall as a building. That man is tall, y'all, but his attitude, in my humble opinion, doesn't match. It doesn't match his stature. I feel like ISO, that's always commentating with Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco. Shout out to the nightcap. Y'all giving y'all a shout out. Y'all come on over here and make sure y'all holler at your girl, Green Eye Sparkle, Ocho, Shannon Sharp, and ISO. I watch y'all, and that's what I listen, I get my scoops and details from you guys, because as soon as that game was over, I went right on over there to the nightcap and did. I had to see what they were talking about. But I feel like they do need guidance. What y'all thinking? And by the way, because I see friends coming in, don't forget to hit that like button. I see everybody. I see y'all coming in, friends. I see y'all behind the scenes. Some of y'all haven't even come into the room. But can y'all make sure y'all hit that like button? Because the like button signals that you all are enjoying my show. This is the 72nd show. Green Eye Sparkle. This chica right here, this young lady, this green eyes right here, I am a one woman show. and I put this on, I produce it, I'm doing everything because I had a dream and I didn't want anybody stopping my dream by asking somebody to do something and everybody got an excuse why they can't do it. You ask, hey, can you monitor the camera or can you get my lighting right? And they be like, oh, child, I got this, I got that. Well, what time? And then I say, I don't know. I'll see. Won't give definitive responses to you. So guess what? I'm a one-woman show, and I come on here every week. And like I said, I'm doing a few more twists and turns. And I said, by the end of this year, man, I feel like this show is going to catapult. I like to manifest things into existence, speak them into existence as if they are. I know I'm gonna be on a larger platform with my Green Eyes Sparkle Baby. The show, I see the vision, I see the larger stage, I see the guests coming in on my show. I see all these things and speaking it into existence. So the best is yet to come. I will not stop. I can't stop. I just felt like that download had to come out, y'all. And just to let you guys know, I appreciate you. But don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Green Eyes Sparkle Baby, the show. All right, well, we gonna keep it moving. What else? What I was gonna say was because I get all excited, y'all. But I have to. I'm gonna speak and talk and let you guys know like the grind that I have for my show. And I'm real. I'm just keeping it real with you guys. And I thank y'all for getting in the chat and having great conversations. And y'all, the chat is still open. If y'all want to talk about y'all World Cup team, y'all put it in the chat. We having good conversation and we are engaging in a great show. Um, it was something else I was about to say, y'all, and see how I went left. I went left, but nevertheless, shout out. I'm gonna get back to what I was saying. The New York Knicks had a beautiful parade. It was outstanding. Great job. 53 years in the coming. Now, this is what I want y'all to put in the chat. Do y'all think Spike Lee should get a championship ring? That conversation has been circulating around on social media. Spike Lee has been around or die with the New York Knicks, y'all, for a real long time. Even when his kids were children. Child, he had the kids at the game. So, there was something circulating around on social media. Should Spike Lee get a championship ring? What y'all thinking? I don't know. What y'all thinking? Y'all let me know in the chat. Now, the other thing I knew in my description, I forgot to add one more thing in my description. I forgot to put in my description a shout out to the Obamas, the Barack Obama Library. They had the grand opening, y'all. They had a special private ceremony over the weekend. The Barack Obama Presidential Library, it will be open to the public in Chicago over the weekend. Juneteenth, y'all, is kicking off tomorrow. Is June 19th. But Friday and Saturday, they're celebrating they celebrating the whole weekend. But it's so nice. What a perfect befitting time that they were able to finish that library and do a beautiful opening, a beautiful ceremony. Let me tell y'all what I like. Honey, I like that skirt Michelle Obama was wearing with her mom on it. It was so beautiful. It brought President Barack Obama, former President Barack Obama. Everybody say he's still they still say the president. But our former President Barack Obama, it got him emotional. I saw him shook it on the stage. It was beautiful. She had a beautiful, beautiful picture of her mom printed on the skirt that she was wearing. I was like, my mouth dropped. It was beautiful. I was watching a little bit of the ceremony today. It was just some celebrations happening, all around y'all, New York, Chicago. What a refreshing, beautiful, beautiful scene that you don't have people spewing out hatred, but everybody coming together in love. That's what we should have more often. People coming together and showing love and stop spewing out hatred. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. That's what people do. And I'm not getting into nothing political. I'm just telling the truth. It's nice when people can have a great time together and in celebration. Today was an amazing day. As I said, they were doing the parades and everything, and I haven't watched all of it yet, but I did see a few tidbits before I came on live, y'all. So what y'all thinking? Y'all ain't told me yet. Spike Lee, should he get, what y'all think? I don't know. I mean, He could get like an honorary specialized little trinket of their appreciation. But I don't know if he should get a championship ring now, but he's a huge long time fan. You know, Spike Lee, he's been riding with the New York Knicks for a long time, y'all. Y'all thought I forgot the question I asked. I digressed a little bit, but I came right on back to my question. What y'all thinking? Should Spike Lee get a championship ring? What y'all thinking? Yes or no? And you know what I just noticed, child? I've been I don't see my moderators in the building, but I hope my moderators was outside watching, and maybe the moderators will come on in and say, hey, I came flying in, honey. I was out of town and I was driving on two wheels. I came in today, y'all. My my AC was in sleep mode. I didn't turn my AC off. I just turned it on eco. Well, eco, what it will do is it will just shut off. It'll just save it. It won't kick on. 93 degrees when I walked in the house. I said, "Oh my gosh, wow." And then y'all, I tried to powder my face before I came on live. Y'all see it's kind of shining through cause honey, it's so hot that it's turning on and it cools off and then it'll cut off again because it's so hot. It's taking rounds to cool off my house, y'all. Oh, I tell you, I mean, I like saving. I like saving on my electric bill, but I don't like the intensity of the heat. OMG, what? It's hot, y'all. But nevertheless, that doesn't stop Green Eye Sparkle from coming over here and reporting live on my show. So shout out to the Obamas, Michelle Barack. What a great honor. It is a beautiful thing that, you know what, even though you are not in that White House, you still putting in the work, you still putting in the ground. Y'all know who I saw also? Shout out to the Clintons. Child, Bill and Hillary Clinton, they were right over there at that ceremony today. They surely were. I said, is that Hillary? I said, is that Bill, child? They were sitting right there showing love to the Obamas, honey, and it was nice to see. Now, I don't know, I cannot confirm nor deny who all else were there, but I know the Clintons came through to show that support. I love that kind of support. That's amazing. That was some great support, y'all. All right, friends. I think I have talked. I think I've covered all my points. You know, it was a quick little short show. Like I said, I was out of town and I was traveling in. I did a short to let y'all know I was coming in live because I had to get in my congratulations to the New York Knicks. What a befitting song. Child, I'm not going to end this live because you know what I found interesting? So on Sunday, I was watching Tubi and I was watching Eddie Murphy's movie Boomerang, you know, with Robin Givens. And what I saw was somebody texted me. And what I saw was in the scene, Robin Givens, when she went to Eddie Murphy's house, and she was like, Marcus was Eddie Murphy's character name. And she told him, she said, well, can we take the dinner and go sit down over by the TV? She said the New York Knicks were playing. Honey, I captured that scene and I had to post that scene. I said, oh my goodness, 10 years ago, she had that line, that famous line right now in Boomerang. And guess what? The day, and it was so funny that I was watching it on Sunday, and then here we go, the day before, the New York Knicks won. I said, wow, isn't it like so like surreal when there was a movie made that talked about the New York Knicks and then fast forward they actually win 53 years, long time coming, they win. I watched Boomerang. Shout out to Eddie Murphy, Robin Givens, all the Halle Berry. They all played. They Eartha Kitt. I love Boomerang. Boomerang has some star-studded um actors and actresses in it, and they acted. And I tell you what, that is a good movie. If y'all had never watched Boomerang, y'all check out Boomerang. I love it. Who can forget Grace Jones? And y'all remember that guy? Ha 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 ha! 7 Up. I forgot how he played in it. That man played that part. Ha 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 ha! You know. And then if y'all don't know who Grace Jones is, y'all look it up. Cause I know we got a younger generation outside, y'all, and they in on the social media kick, and they might not know who Grace Jones is. Y'all might not even know who Eartha Kitt is. She was Batgirl a long, long time ago. Let me drop me some history nuggets in this live. She was Batgirl. Now listen, y'all got the yeah, y'all check out that boomerang. That was very good. And you know what? I have talked my way right into all my time, but I'm gonna start growing and building up my content so that I can stay on for an hour instead of 30 minutes. But like I said, today I was sliding in here. The traffic was horrendous today, but I got in 11 minutes late, but never too late to come on and show love to my crew, my sparklers. Thank y'all for tuning in. And listen, I will not, well, I will see what I'm going to do. I might have to record, do a pre recording for my show next week, episode 73. Um, I don't know if I'll be able to go live next week. So y'all stay tuned. You guys have been amazing. And if you guys have not subscribed to my channel, just take a moment. Even if y'all didn't come all the way through and y'all watching on the outside, take a moment. Subscribe to well, it's simply Carissa, and my show is Green Eye Sparkle Baby the Show. This was episode 72. I'm grateful and humble that you all take the time each and every week to tune in to my show. Y'all be easy. I'll see you later. Bye. Congratulations, New York Knicks. Congratulations, the Obamas and the Presidential Library. Bye, friends.